You know that feeling when you have 3 months to do something and suddenly it's 11 p.m. the night before and you have not even started? Yeah, me
Yay!
too. Today we're diving into Tim Urban's hilarious TED Talk about why our brains are literally wired to sabotage us. Stick around because by the end of this video you'll understand why you can't stop scrolling Instagram when you should be working and more importantly, what to do about it. Let's go! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Yulia Bemlina and this is English for Impact, where we improve English while exploring fascinating ideas. Today's topic, procrastination, and trust me, this one is going to hit home. So, have you ever put something off until the last possible minute? Of course you have, we all have. Today we are breaking down one of the most popular TED Talks ever, Inside the Mind of a Procrastinator by Tim Urban. And the best part is that we are going to learn 11 super useful English phrases while we do it. But first, who is Tim Urban? Well, he is a writer who runs the blog Wait But Why. Now, what does that mean, to run a blog? That means to manage and regularly create content for it. You are in charge. My sister runs a successful travel blog where she shares tips about budget backpacking. Well, I'm not a big fan of, but some people are. So Tim Urban runs this popular blog. He lives in New York, United States of America, and a few years ago, he decided to write about one of his biggest problems, procrastination. Let me tell you Tim's story. It's both hilarious and painful. In college, well, actually, he went to Harvard and he majored in government studies. He had to write a 90-page thesis. You're supposed to spend a whole year on this, right? He had plenty of time, but guess what happened? Of course, like a normal human being, he kept putting it off. To put something off means to delay, to postpone it until later. For example, I know I should go to the dentist, but I keep putting it off because I'm nervous. So Tim had 12 months for his thesis. In the first few months passed, he did nothing. The middle months
Yay!
passed by, still nothing. Nada, nada. Then, 2 months before 1 month, 1 month became 2 weeks, and then one day he woke up with only 3 days left until the deadline. What did he do? Well, he wrote all 90 pages in 72 hours. He pulled not one, but two frantic all-nighters. A frantic all-nighter is when you stay awake all night in a rushed, stressed, desperate way to finish work. Frantic means super stressed and rushed. For example, his college years were marked by frantic all-nighters fueled by coffee and
Yay!
panic. And here's the funny part. Tim tells a story and he says that a week later, the school, Harvard School, called him, American school, university schools as well, and the school said, we need to talk to you about your thesis. And he's thinking, oh no, what happened? And they say, it's the best one we've ever seen. Well, no, that did not happen. It was actually a very, very bad thesis. Okay, so Tim wanted to understand why we procrastinate. He uses this brilliant metaphor. He says the procrastinator's brain has two characters. Number one is the rational decision maker. This is the smart part of your brain that wants to do productive things that are good for you. And then number two is the instant gratification monkey. Instant gratification monkey. This guy only cares about getting pleasure right now. Instant gratification means getting satisfaction immediately, without waiting. For example, scrolling through social media gives us instant gratification, but studying requires patience. So what happens? The rational decision maker says, okay, let's work on that project, but the instant gratification monkey takes control and says, actually, let's watch YouTube videos for 3 hours instead. This leads you to what Tim calls the dark playground. It's a guilt-filled place where you are doing leisure activities at the wrong time. Guilt-filled means full of guilty feelings, feeling bad about something. After eating the entire cake, many people have a guilt-filled evening on the couch. As for me, I don't feel guilty, just eat cakes and have fun with it. And leisure activities are fun things that you do in your free time for enjoyment. For example, My dad's favorite leisure activities include fishing, reading mystery novels, and playing chess. So how does a procrastinator ever get work done? Enter the panic monster. The panic monster wakes up when deadlines approach or when bad consequences loom. Deadlines approach means the final date to complete something is getting closer and closer. As deadlines approach, the office becomes quieter and everyone focuses. And to loom means to appear as a threat in the near future, like something big and scary is coming. The final exam loomed over our character team like a dark cloud for the entire month. When the panic monster appears, the instant gratification monkey gets terrified and runs away. Finally, you are free. You can work. But here's where Tim's talk gets really deep, and that's why I chose it for you. He says there are actually two types of procrastination. Type 1 has deadlines, like the ones that we've spoken about so far, like school papers or work projects. They have deadlines. It's okay. The panic monster eventually shows up and you get it done. It's stressful, but it works. Type 2, no deadlines. Things like taking care of your health, spending time with family, working on your relationships, pursuing creative dreams. To pursue creative dreams, by the way, means to actually work toward achieving your artistic or imaginative goals. You could say also to chase dreams, to go after what you want. For example, after years in banking, manager quit her job to pursue creative dreams of becoming a painter. And this one, the second type, without the deadlines, is the dangerous one, dangerous type of procrastination. Because seriously, without deadlines, the panic monster never shows up. These things just get delayed forever. And Tim says this makes people feel like spectators in their own lives. Spectators in their own lives means watching your life happen without actively participating, not taking control. Many people become spectators in their own lives, letting opportunities pass by without taking any action. Tim ends his talk with something powerful. He shows a life calendar, one box for every week of a 90-year life. And you know what? There aren't that many boxes, especially since we've already used a bunch of them. So what's the message? Everyone procrastinates on something. The question is, what are you procrastinating on? What are you putting off that does not have a deadline? Maybe it's that business idea. Maybe it's learning a new skill like English. Maybe it's reaching out to someone you care about. Tim says we need to be aware of that instant gratification monkey and start dealing with our procrastination when? Well, maybe, not today, but sometime soon. Alright, let's quickly review our 11 phrases. To run the blog, to manage a blog, to put it off, to delay something. Instant gratification, immediate pleasure, 30% done. Number 4, guilt-filled, full of guilty feelings. Leisure activities, fun free time activities. Deadlines approach. Due dates get closer. Boom, 60% done. Number 7, to loom, to appear as a threat ahead. To pursue creative dreams, work toward artistic goals. Frantic all-nighters, stressed all-night work sessions, just 2 more well done. 10, spectators in their own lives, not participating actively in life. 11, the last but not the least, to chase dreams, to go after your goals. If you found this helpful, smash that like button. And hey, don't put it off. Subscribe right now so you don't miss our next video. In the comments tell me, what's one thing you've been procrastinating on? Let's hold each other accountable. Thanks for watching, and remember, your English journey doesn't have deadlines, so don't let the instant gratification monkey win. Keep learning, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next one.